Good morning. So we got some things to talk about today. First of all, we want to commemorate our veterans. We'll be talking about that and what we are doing as a company for our veterans. Also, we had some election results last night, and we're going to talk about that as well. I'm Eric Sapanic. This is John Caro, and this is the Gold Spot. The results are in. Donald Trump will once again be our president for another 4 years. John, your take on that?
Well, he's been presented with an enormous opportunity to do the things he's talking about. He wants to close the border. He wants to cut spending. He wants to reduce the deficit. He's got to hit the ground running and start on day one. I expect that we'll be hearing pronouncements going forward between now and the inauguration. He's got Congress under his control. If he doesn't deliver, he's got nobody to blame for but himself. And I think what we're going to see is a lot of chaotic investment behavior over the next few weeks as people and nations sort this out. But basically, the future's looking pretty good.
But where does that leave gold? I mean, gold, if we look at the last Trump years, gold actually did really well. We've got a chart here for you. We were about 54% in growth throughout the 4 years of Trump. That was something that was a direct result of spending. The one thing that Donald Trump failed to do in his last term was he never actually was able to cut spending. Spending is something that no president has been able to cut. It's something that no Congress has ever been able to cut. They all continue to spend and spend and spend. Why? Because the money is fiat, and it's just too hard to try to rein in that type of spending when you have a printing press that keeps doing it. So, I mean, we have a different outlook, I think, when you talk about people like Elon Musk, who is very interested in cutting spending. The question is, are they going to be able to do it? Because it's not just Trump that could say, I want to do this. It's got to be a coalition of everybody to say, no, we're going to start cutting out of these bills. We're not going to be presenting 1,400-page bills that are supposed to be voted on in 3 hours.
Nobody reads them
and
anyway.
nobody reads them. These are the types of things that have to change. And I don't know if they're going to change or not. Only the future will tell. But if we continue on this path of spending, then the real bubble that we need to be concerned about is the dollar and the bond bubble.
Well, you have a couple of things, tools available to the new administration. Number one, they don't have to run for re-election. Number two, he's talking about appointing people who have a proven track record of spending money efficiently. Musk is the best example of that. He has always tried to deliver on his promises, and it's things like the civil service bureaucracy that's held him back. It's going to be an interesting time. I think he's going to take a big swing at it.
In the meantime, we do still have about 90 days until the inauguration.
Right.
So I am going to predict that we're going to see some chaotic movement. I mean, like right after the election, we saw Bitcoin jump and gold drop. I mean, that's weird. You would think that they would both kind of rise at the same time, but then, the stock market. So there's going to be a lot of erratic trading between now and the inauguration is my prediction. But I don't think that we're going to see gold take any type of major dips in that amount of time, just because the value of it, if it does drop, the international communities will start snatching it up faster than at a ravenous rate the way they have been. So I think we're going to end there with that. And now we're going to talk about something that is near and dear to the hearts of us here at SBC. John, he was a veteran during the First World War, I believe. Was that right?
Civil War.
So what your service was?
I was in the Navy.
Yeah. So he was in the Navy, and that's when they first invented the Navy. And he was one of the first guys there. Now, one of the things that we love is we take a sponsorship as a company and we donate to them, but then we also try to promote them to all of you. So we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to go ahead and offer you guys a really cool little silver bullet, which is a 1 ounce bullet that you can get your hands on. And we're going to talk about how to do that in a minute here. The American Service Animal Society puts dogs together with veterans. Something that I think is just so neat. It resonates with me big time. And this year, the SBC is making the ASAS their star recipient.
Yeah, and ASAS provides service animals for veterans who need them. And starting on Monday the 11th, we're going to be giving away a 1-ounce silver bullet to the first 50 people who either donate $250 to the ASAS or spend $5,000 or more with SBC that day. It's a limited offer. We only have 50 bullets available, and one for each star on the U.S. flag and 1 bullet per customer. SBC is a proud sponsor of the ASAS, and we hope you join us in helping support this program.
And with that, I think the best person to tell you about the Animal Society would be Mr. Sean Klaesman. He is the director of that charity, and I'm going to hand the microphone to him. Go ahead and take it away, Sean.
Hey, Gold Spot followers. I'm Sean Klaesman, Executive Director for the American Service Animal Society. I'd like to thank Scottsdale Bullion and Coin for making us their charity for this Veterans Day. I'd like to take a moment and share a testimonial from Mr. Dave Delano and Shotzi May, 2 graduates of our service dog training program. Once again, thank you for all your help this year. Dave, if you and Shotzi May would take it from here.
Hi, my name is Dave Delano, and I'd like to introduce you to my best friend and my service animal, Shotzi May. First and foremost, thank you so much for your donations. I honestly had no idea how big an impact a dog would have in my life, and I can tell you honestly, a dog hasn't. Our newest family member, Shotzi May, has. Without ASAS and their incredible, wonderful, talented, amazing, did I mention incredible, training staff, guiding Shotzi and I to a perfect partnership, I honestly don't know where I would be. Somehow the words thank you they really don't seem to be enough. But thank you so much, ASAS, for giving me some semblance of life back. ASAS has helped me and hundreds of other veterans in getting some bit of peace back into our lives. I truly feel now like I'm living and not just surviving. So thank you again for your donation.
Okay, thank you guys. Really appreciate that, showing what a great charity that this really is. All we need from you guys is to click on the link below to donate to the ASAS, and then we will go ahead and send you out your silver bullet, or of course call us up and talk to your broker. If you invest $5,000, we'll send you that bullet out as well, and part of that proceeds will also go to the charity. That is it for us today. Thank you so very much for joining us, and we'll see you next week right here on The Gold Spot.
If you enjoyed today's Gold Spot, like or subscribe to both our YouTube and Rumble channels. Also, comment below if you have any questions or if you'd like to hear us talk about a specific topic in a future video.